guys, hope you're doing well. Today we'll be talking about English and why it's important for you to learn English. So if you're someone who's just entering college, or if you're someone who's studying in a college and looking for internships or freelancing opportunities, or if you're someone who's just gonna get a new fresh job, knowing English is very important. Now heads up, I'm not the best at English. There are millions of people across the globe who speak English way better than me. But I'm just going to share my personal experiences. Before we begin the video, I'm going to tell you about why it's important to learn English. मतलब आपको English सीख के क्या-क्या फायदा होने वाला है. You know, what are the opportunities you can open up सिर्फ English सीख के क्या-क्या आपको करने मिलेगा. And then I'm going to talk about 5 ways by which I improved my English over the last year. So until 12th grade, I used to go to an English medium school. Until 10th grade, I was in a school called Ryan International, and for 11th and 12th grade, I used to go to a school called Ashoka Universal School. Now, in India, most schools are called English medium schools. The teacher would teach you in English, but when you talk to your friends, it's usually in Hindi or the native language out there, because of which there's very less chance that you would actually speak with someone or have a conversation with someone in English. And that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people, aren't confident when they talk, because we just don't have anyone to talk with. So, how do you improve your English if you never speak? Until 12th grade, I used to speak in just Hindi. बस हिंदी में ही बोलता था दोस्तों के साथ. मतलब कभी बाहर भी गया तो it used to be mostly in Hindi. My parents know English, but still, when I'm at home, I speak with them in Tamil. That's a native language. So usually it used to be, just Hindi. Whenever I used to go outside, by default, it used to be just Hindi. Plus I live in Nasik. It's a tier 2 city. It's not like Bangalore where everyone usually speaks in English. It's a place where you get very less exposure to good English. And I'm pretty sure that most of you would also be facing similar problems. Alright, so now let's see why speaking in English is important. A lot of you guys would work for MNCs, right? MNCs stand for multinational corporation. So it could be WNS, it could be Wipro, it could be TCS, it could be Samsung, it could be any company which has a lot of branches across the world. Multinational means they have, the company is present in a lot of other countries as well. What that means is that most of the clients would be international clients. And when you have to communicate with international clients, it's usually in English. Even if you're not communicating with the client, most of these MNCs expect you to speak English. The official language itself in a lot of top companies is English. Like in my dad's company, he works for WNS, and like the moment you enter the office, it's usually in English. So if you're in a meeting, then there are very few top companies that do meetings in Hindi. It's usually English. And if you're in a meeting and if you're not able to express yourself in English, then you might not be noticed and maybe you don't even get promoted. Plus, a lot of MNCs also ask their employees to travel to different countries to deal with clients or work on new projects. So if you're traveling to Singapore or if you're traveling to the US and if you don't know English, then it's going to be tough for you. Also, if you're planning to go to some IT hub in South India, like if it's Bangalore, if it's Chennai, if it's Hyderabad, then in places like these, if you're someone who's been predominantly speaking in Hindi, तो यहाँ पे रहना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा आपके लिए, क्योंकि they usually, like Bangalore especially, by default most people speak in English, so it'll be tough. And in Chennai, if you don't know Tamil, then you're going to struggle a lot. Another reason why you should learn English is that if you're a freelancer, I think अभी तक आपको मालूम पड़ गया होगा कि US clients and European clients pay a lot more compared to Indian clients for the same job, because the pay rate over there is high. Because of this, you should be learning English, because if you're planning to get clients from the US, then there should be a way of communicating, right? Usually people have Skype calls or Zoom calls with international clients. If you aren't able to talk to your client and tell them about your services, then how will business ever happen? Like I remember last year we gave presentations to people from Singapore, Turkey, US, Canada, and all of this was possible because we knew English. And also it's a really good skill to have, right? क्योंकि अगर आप English में बोलते हो, then you get access to so many people. बहुत सारे लोगों से आप meet and greet कर सकते हो. The moment you can talk to anyone in India, because most people at least understand English. And also if you know Hindi and English, then you cover almost all of India. So no matter where you travel, no matter where your clients are, no matter which company you're working for, it just becomes so much more convenient to talk and express yourself. Humans are social animals, and if you are not able to strike a conversation, if you're not able to talk to people, then it gets really tough, right? Like I still remember in my 12th grade, I had my Princeton interview and it was with an American and I was struggling to speak in English. But a year later when I went to BITS, I was giving presentations to a few American prospects and it was way easier for me to communicate with them. Now I'm going to tell you about 5 ways through which I improved my English. Alright, the first thing that I did was to find someone who speaks in English. Once I went to BITS Goa, my entire corridor used to speak in English. So I had no other option. I had to, talk with them. And it was tough in the beginning. My English wasn't the best because, as I said, I come from Nasik. It's a tier 2 city. Not everyone speaks English. I wasn't used to that kind of environment. But once I went there, it became so much more convenient. I started talking with everyone in English. I heard a lot of English. I spoke a lot of English, and that helped me practice. The more you speak, the better you become. And also my friends were kind enough to correct me every time I said something wrong. So if I mispronounced something or if the sentence formation was wrong, they just corrected me, and that was pretty cool. Advantages of having Bangalore friends. Now I know not everyone has this kind of access to people. A lot of you might be living in cities where no one speaks in English. So what's the solution for that? I thought of forming a WhatsApp group wherein you guys can just join in, and every month or every week I can just put out a video conferencing link, and if you guys want, you can hop on the link and have a conversation with each other and speak in English and maybe improve. This is a totally free service. I just thought it will be good for you guys to practice. So if someone's interested, link in the bio, link in the description. The second important thing is reading. I know reading will not make you an expert in English. Reading will not help you speak fluently. But what reading does is that it gives you access to a really good set of vocabulary. You learn new words. You learn new words by reading them. And especially if you have a Kindle, there's an option called dictionary, so you can just tap on it and it will show you the meaning of the word. So that way you can learn new words, and then whenever you speak, you can maybe use them. But of course, just reading is not fine. You gotta practice. Which brings to my third point, and that's to speak to yourself. As I said, English can only be improved when you actually speak. Like, have you noticed this? A lot of people go to the US and suddenly in 2-3 months, people with trash English become a pro really soon. The reason is pretty simple. They get exposure to a lot of good English, and also they're compelled to speak in English with everyone else. And unless and until your pharynx gets that habit of pronouncing words, it's just going to be tough for you, and you might feel nervous when you talk to people. So what I used to do was, at least in BITS Goa, I used to sit in my hostel room, watch a lot of YouTube videos, and just try to mimic it. So if they say something, I would just repeat after them. There are a lot of good English YouTube channels that you can refer to. Some of my favorite YouTubers are Ali Abdaal and Paige from Cambridge and Elliot Choi from Vanderbilt. And also listen to podcasts. There are great podcasts out there. One of them is by Joe Rogan. It's one of the greatest out there. And then there's one called CoffeeZilla. It's not a podcast, but he has a lot of debates on his YouTube channel with potential internet scammers. So whenever someone debates, listen to how they're talking. See what kind of words they're using. See how they're persuading the other person. And once you learn doing that, try saying it out. Just repeat after them. Maybe you can slow it down and maybe turn on the subtitles and say it after them. And that really helps you in pronouncing the words right, because you can listen to how they are saying and then try saying it again. Another thing you can do is to watch TV series. There are a lot of great sitcoms out there. The Office is something out there, Young Sheldon, or if it's Silicon Valley, or if it's a Big Bang Theory, or if it's Friends. Start watching them, because that'll help you get a gist of how normal conversations look like. So, if, for example, if in the office someone walks into a room and, greets someone, then you get to know, okay, this is how conversations happen. This is how you should respond to what's up. This is how you should be doing stuff. So it just exposes you to a lot of natural conversations that you might encounter. क्योंकि मतलब अगर आप सोच रहे होंगे कि if I go to a party तो क्या बोलना चाहिए, if I go to a birthday party क्या बोलना चाहिए, अगर मैं कोई इंटरव्यू दे रहा हूँ तो क्या बोलना चाहिए, अगर मैं किसी के एनिवर्सरी में जा रहा हूँ तो क्या बोलना चाहिए. If you're thinking about questions like these, then watching these TV series really helps. A, it's entertaining. B, you get to learn something, and also you can learn a lot of slang and different kinds of nice words. So yeah. The fifth one is to listen to podcasts. I usually listen to podcasts when I am sleeping, right before sleeping. I just plug in my earphones and start listening to podcasts. I'll quickly open my Spotify and tell you which podcasts I listen to. And podcasts are great. Because podcast is just audio, and you can listen to a lot of good podcasts. You can try repeating after them if you want, and to be honest, it just exposes you to a lot of good words which you can later incorporate while speaking. Few podcasts that I listen to are the Tim Ferriss Show, Naval, the Indie Hackers podcast, the Ranveer Show, the Gary Vee Audio Experience, Views by David Dobrik, Talks at Google. So yeah, there are a lot of good podcasts. Just go to Spotify and look for English podcasts. There are tons of them by really famous people. I used to listen to this podcast called Conan Needs a Friend by Conan O'Brien, and even that's great. It's funny, it's hilarious, and at the same time, you get to learn some good English. So yeah, listen to podcasts. Also, something really important is that don't try an accent until you become fluent. So becoming fluent is more important, right? By fluent, I mean you should be able to talk with someone with confidence. You should be able to, pronounce words properly. You should be able to just get the words flowing. Once you do that, you can maybe focus on an accent. If you are just halfway through learning English, then don't focus on accent. Accent is something that could be fine-tuned later. So don't focus on accent for now. For now, just see if you're fluent enough to talk your mind out. Like, don't think in Hindi and translate it to English. Try thinking in English and speaking in English. That really helps. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this video did give you some insights. As I told you, I'm not a professional. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them, only the relevant ones. Also, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. I usually answer all the DMs as long as it remains relevant. And if you don't mind, please do subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.